The goal is to distribute 5,000 copies to children of underserved communities.
Welcome to my book launch. Hey, I Spotted a Stroke. It's a children's book. I wrote it because I need to educate children, or we need to educate children about stroke and how to spot it.
I'll keep swinging like the pendulum. Friends will come, friends will go. Through the tunnel, I walk alone. I see the rising sun.
Good afternoon again, everyone. My darling husband, Mr. Sam Egube, the Deputy Chief of Staff, to the Governor of Lagos State, and who is the chairman of this glorious event, is regrettably unable to make it today as he has a pre-scheduled state function to attend. He is incidentally also an author of 4 books and counting. Right. I'm very delighted to be here, not just to represent him, but to celebrate my very dear friend, sister, mentee, and I dare say, my mentor of some sort. Many of us here who know Enna well would agree with me that anyone who wants to speak about Enna and what she represents before and after her stroke experience would definitely need more than a day. But because of time, I will just make a few remarks about her, who is the author of the book we are here to launch. So first, I would like to say on behalf of my family, a very big congratulations on the launch of your second book titled, Hey, I Spotted a Stroke, which is dedicated, I believe, specifically not only to Nigerian children, but to the children of our world. At this point, I will most likely leave the review of the book, there's one, to do justice with more elaborate comments about the book specifically. I met Enna shortly after she had a stroke. Honestly, till date, I'm still unable to reconcile the Enna that had the stroke and the Enna that emerged out of the stroke experience. For her, it has never been about a disability that limits her possibilities, but instead it has been a harrowing circumstance she has used to enrich her so-called impossibilities. And I put impossibilities in quotes. Her first book, which was titled I Almost Died, was a very touching account of how she escaped the claws of death and become a committed bearer of the good news that God can do all things. And if he did it for her, he can and will surely do the same and much more for us all. So every now and again, Enna will call me up to share her next project. She will always want to talk about her plans and to seek possible input. It was always from organizing the launch of her first book, titled I Almost Died, the creation of an online support group for stroke survivors, remember that, to setting up the MAID Foundation, to planning and executing a fundraising event at Moyo Mola Park. Wow. For me, that blew me away. To also purchasing her first car. I'm sure all of you know she drives. To her wedding, And now, the launch of yet another book, which I'm almost certain won't be her last. Just yesterday afternoon, she called to announce to me that she will be on TV sharing her story hours before her book launch. Enna just doesn't stop. And she has dedicated the rest of her life, as she says to me, to the education, care, support of stroke survivors and their families. That's a very good place to actually give her a round of applause. I always tell her that her story is not just a testimony to the deliverance power of God, but a journey that has inspired me, my husband, and my family much more. Enna has been resilient and dogged in her drive to educate everyone who cares to listen about why her experience is not just a mere occurrence, but a way of God blessing her with a very realistic and impactful ministry to mankind. If her smile doesn't inspire you, then it's the fact that you never see her cry, angry, depressed. And most times, it's in her strong resolve to enable people to read her as an epistle of why all of us shouldn't live our lives carelessly. She has been relentless and very deliberate in setting goals and following doggedly to achieve them. A very glaring example, is her strong desire to distribute 5,000 copies, which we are here to kickstart for 5,000 copies. Wow. I'm surely her biggest fan because I admire her tenacity and her fired up positivity. She has vowed to fight this fight to ensure she's able to share her story and save perhaps as many as God will enable her to. To do this, she has traveled to different states and engaged in social media campaigns to spread the word. Her simple approach to life is always to live her life submitted to God, her Maker, and to do all she is called to do here on earth, regardless of all she has been through, especially her health challenges. Some of us will know that. And I know they play. She's just simply unstoppable. And honestly, if I wasn't a believer, I would ask where she gets her zeal and energy from. But all I would say is to God be the glory. Enna, God don't do you well. Abby? Thank you, Enna. I want to say thank you for taking yet another bold step to deliver this powerful message to the most vulnerable yet very important part of our society, the children, because I believe very strongly they are the future of our great nation. This message obviously shows how much you care for everyone. So today I'm glad this day has come, and it will definitely mark the dawning of greater things that God will yet use you for. May you never tire, be discouraged, and we pray that you'll be strengthened by His power and might to continue to evangelize to the world, not just by creating awareness, but proffering practicable solutions born out of your, though painful, yet empowering journey. So at this point, on behalf of my husband and I would like to state that we shall continue to support your cause, and in due course we'll communicate with you our commitment to the launch of the book. A popular saying goes, a room without books is like a body without a soul. So let's help ensure that she meets her goal. Let's all grab a copy and lots more to help Enna achieve what I would call Enna Saves the World 5,000 Go. What a brilliant, you'll all agree with me, what a brilliant way to start 2025. And as I will always say to you, my dear friend and sister, stay blessed, stay bold, and beautiful. We love you. We are very, very proud. God bless you. Thank you.
Please let's jam our hands together once again for Mrs. Buki Ebube for such an inspiring opening speech. I mean, if she said all that about Queen Enna, what else do we have to say today? My mom was taking a stroll in the estate one evening, like she will do. I mean, the doctors would advise, oh, take as much walks as you can so that, you can be able to move your hands and your legs. And so this lovely evening, my mom was taking a stroll in the estate and Enna spotted my mom. She spoke to my mom, hello, what's your name? I noticed that did you have a stroke? She's like, yes. And obviously they had something to bond about, and that was how she got my mom's number. And then my mom comes back home that evening and she's like, oh, I met a lady today. She said her name is Enna. She also asked for your number. I'm like, she asked my number. I don't know anybody that is Enna in this estate. Why would she be asking my number? And you gave her your number, you don't know the person. She's like, no. Like she said she has Enna just was my mom for the first time when they telling her about our initiative, that she has an event coming up at Muriokol. I say, waiting be this. What? Who? For where? You just go out to stroll and then you come back and you're telling me, and my mom really bought into this idea. And I can understand because now she's seeing somebody like her that, is helping create awareness to other people so that it can be prevented and can be spotted quickly. And I'm like, okay, anything to make my mom happy. And so I took Enna's number, I called her, we started talking on WhatsApp. I was at the Muriokola event in 2023. I remember seeing this woman sitting here. Hello? Yes, I remember seeing you at the event because I was looking at your face like, I've seen this face before. And then it just clicked that I saw you at the 2023 event. And that was how, I started following Enna, watching her WhatsApp. We became friends, we started talking. She would once in a while ask about my mom, how is she faring, how is she doing? And it's just very inspiring to see because literally you motivate. Sometimes I see your video and I show my mom, look at Enna. So it gives my mom motivation. Because I feel like people that go through a stroke, it takes a level of grit and determination on the inside. There is only so much that the people around you can do for you. You by yourself have to make that decision, take that discipline to actually put in the effort. I cannot relate, so I can't exactly speak so much on it. But my mom and you, I know people do. If it's not the end, then it is not the end. You know what I mean? And it's just very inspiring to see, like I said. And it has changed me as a person, not just my mom. All right, enough said. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for us to bring up one woman that we are here to celebrate today, as we already know. But I will be doing the introduction. A beautiful lady will be doing the honors of introducing our very host for today. Ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome with your resounding applause the beautiful, the elegant Anna Bere. Please put your hands together for her.
Good afternoon, everyone. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm coming to do this and I left my glasses. Terrible. No, it's fine. Thank you. My youngest daughter was here and I can imagine the things she'll tell me. But yes, let's do this. Enna. Yeah, I'm going to, I heard so many people talking about how long they've known Enna for, and if you've known Enna for as long as I know her, oh my gosh. Anyways, you're incredible. Thank you for granting me the honor and the privilege to do this, okay? Yeah. Emonena A. Aquara is from Nigeria and is a lawyer. a speaker, an author, an entrepreneur, and a passionate stroke survivor, and of course, an advocate. I'm sure we all know that part about Anna. After suffering a stroke on November 27th, 2015, at a young age of 23, Emonena's life took a profound turn. Just 3 years later, she lost her mother to chronic kidney disease. I don't know why this is part of your bio, but it's messing with my mind right now. I still remember when I got a call, dropping everything, rushing down with a Siri to come see in the hospital. That was, yeah, I know, that was one of the worst times of my life, you know. But yes, look at you now. Look at you now. Yeah, just 3 years later, she lost her mom to chronic kidney disease. But despite these personal tragedies, she refused to succumb to depression. I don't know how you do it. Instead, she channeled her experiences into advocating for stroke survivors and creating lasting impacts in her community. As a founder of My Ability in Disability Foundation, Emonena has spearheaded numerous impactful initiatives, including stroke awareness seminars at organizations such as Eco Electricity Distribution Company, Niger Pay Company, and Derwent College, Quest Oil Group, Kasaka Engineering, and amongst others. The foundation also organized events like the World Stroke Day Fun Fair and Christmas with Stroke Survivors. To support stroke survivors, her foundation has set up a scholarship fund already benefiting several families. Thank you for doing that. A round of applause, please. Yes, she's a woman of strength. In February 22nd, 2025, Emonena, yes, well, February 22nd, 2025, Emonena will be launching, of course, which is why we're all here, her children's book titled, Hey, I Spotted a Stroke. And thank you for that, yes. Aimed at educating the younger generations about stroke awareness. A portion of the book's profit will go towards the foundation's scholarship fund and grants for stroke survivors. Her resilience, yes, and dedication to supporting stroke survivors inspires countless others on their journey to recovery. Look, this is a summary of this incredible woman we're here to celebrate today. So without further ado, could you please join me as I make welcome my friend, my sister, a woman of strength, the woman of the hour, Mrs. Emonena Adenuga.
Thank you so much for coming to my event. It means a lot to me. I'm sitting here and I'm seeing, my friends. I'm really, really grateful. I'm really, really grateful. Hey, I spotted the stroke. One evening, I was just thinking about it, like, how can I impact more? There is a reason why I survived a stroke, right? This must be the reason. If in one day, if I'm not trying to inspire somebody, if I'm not trying to talk about stroke, I feel, can I say not alive, right? And this idea came to me, right? And this idea is not just, this book launch is not just the end, right? This is not the end, because after this book launch, after the book is out, right, I'm gonna start, fulfilling my goal. After this, after today, I'll be going with my volunteers to Makoko. yes, to distribute my books and have a book reading session. It's not just about sharing books. No, I mean, there's a part of the book that there's like a song, right? And I mean, if maybe after I finish talking and everything, right? Don't worry, I'll share a video of me teaching children about the song, and they were so excited to learn it, right? So this is not just a book. It's like when I still remember um, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, right? I still remember everything that I was taught in primary school. So why not teach children? Because some children their parents they have a stroke in their front, like in their presence. And what do the children do? They just start crying or shock. They don't know what's going on. But this I want to educate children how to spot a stroke, how to take care of, you know, what's it called, the people that have a stroke, either their mom or dad, grandpa, grandma, or their cousins. This is why this book is available, and this is just the beginning. I mean, I'm sure, yes, I'm in my mind, my head. I'll soon come with another. Yeah, I mean, like I was so like really it's for me it's oh sorry. Oh sorry. So it's running in my head. I'm like, okay, after this is what I'm doing for children. This is what you know how my brain is always working. Like the only time that is not working is when I'm asleep. Right? So thank you so much. Thank you. I really, really appreciate. I really appreciate all of you. And I mean, some of you, I thought you would not even make it. I mean, see, look at Bua. I didn't know that you would make it, but you did to support me, my cousin. I mean, thank you so much. I think this is where I stop talking for now because I'll be back.
As we're in this book launch now, I'm sure she's already thinking, okay, so what's the next book? What's the next project? What can we do for Made Foundation? That's the Enna that I know. So from this book, there is a page called the author's thoughts, right? Oh, author's notes, okay. And to be taking us in that, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Ms. Bethel Esama. Thank you very much.
I decided to introduce you to Hey, I Spotted Stories for Great Minds by Monena. I'm just emotional now. Oh my god. This captivating book takes young readers to a journey through the lives of Tutu, Kadi, Mensa, and their families as they encounter and navigate the challenges of stroke. Through relatable stories, engaging activities, children learn about the science of stroke and the importance of quick action. From Tutu's quick thinking in recognizing her mother's symptoms to Kadi's determination to support his grandfathers, each story highlights the bravery and resilience of young minds in times of crisis. Accompanied by colorful illustrations, the book also educates children about healthy lifestyle choices to prevent stroke, making it a valuable resource for both home and classroom settings. Activities throughout the book encourages interactive learning and reinforce key lessons, fostering critical thinking and empathy in young readers. Here I Spotted a Stroke is not just a book. It's a tool for empowerment, awareness by equipping children with knowledge and compassion. We can inspire a generation of proactive individuals who are ready to make a difference in their families and communities. We invite you today to embark on this enlightening journey with children, students, sparking conversations about health, resilience, and the power of quick action. Happy reading. Born readers. And one and Cora. I'm so happy.
Let Enna come up and tell us her story now. Ladies and gentlemen, she's going to be telling us about her journey as a stroke survivor and what inspired her to write the book, Hey, I Spotted a Stroke. Ladies and gentlemen, please, this point, I would like us to give her a resounding applause and a standing ovation. Yes, please. As we welcome the beautiful, the elegant, the gorgeous Enna.
Well, I promised to be back, right? So this is me coming back. Wow. My story is deep. Oh. I remember the first time that I fell down and it was a stroke. I didn't even know. But I was having pains before then. I couldn't sleep. I would cry all night because of the pain in my legs. Then a stroke happened. Like, I don't even know how. I really don't know how it happened. But I like to say that God has been seeing me through. Yes. I mean, before the stroke, what really happened was I had an infection in my heart. It's called endocarditis. And that's tough. You know, the cure for endocarditis is very, very, very easy. I mean, really easy. They will just give you antibiotics 6 to 8 weeks and it's gone. But mine, I didn't even check because I thought I was my healthiest self. Because every morning I'm out jogging. I don't joke with my healthy food. I've abandoned junk food. So I thought that, okay, yes, this is it. Healthy lifestyle, fit farm. And I didn't know that there was something growing in me. So that's another thing that I want to talk to you about. Always don't joke with your checkup. I know that some of you say, oh, I don't want to find out. I mean, the hospital will always find something and I don't want to hear. But is it not better than staying at home and not knowing? If I had gone to the hospital then and they found endocarditis and they gave me the drug, the stroke would have not happened. My mom will still be alive, right? So just imagine. It was a tough journey. I'm not gonna cry. I mean, better stop crying. I'm not gonna cry, right? I'm just going to hold it. Now, after the stroke attack, it took me almost 24 hours to get proper medical attention. The night before, they took me to the hospital that I was taking drugs for. They gave me warfarin for, the endocarditis sent signals to my body. So I had anemia. I had sepsis. I had deep vein thrombosis, DVT, right? Yes, so they gave me a drug for DVT. It's called warfarin. Well, I need somebody. I'm not a doctor, right? And the first day I took it, I fell down. I couldn't control myself, right? And it was tough. So after that, they took my cousins took me out of the hospital that they didn't know what was going on with me. They took me to 2 other hospitals where they totally rejected me just because they didn't want to add another death to their death rate. Then they took me to another hospital. they diagnosed me, but they said they didn't have a bed for me. Time was going. Now, when you have a stroke, you have a timeline of 4.5 hours, right? So if that 4.5 hours, finish, you either die or have permanent disability, right? And you know how it is in Nigeria sometimes, because sometimes it's wonderful, because after the hospital that said they didn't have a bed, they now referred another hospital to me. So that hospital accepted me. So that's why I said, there are good sides of of Nigeria, right? They didn't care about the timeline. They cared about treating me. I couldn't talk. I couldn't even remember anything, right? It was tough, but I decided that I would fight. I would fight and be normal again. Although maybe you can't really be normal after a stroke, but how about a new normal, right? So I decided to be a new normal. I fought. Then I lost my mom. I'm the only child of her. Then I started my book, like my first book, I almost died. So my mom died November 21st, 2018. I launched my first book February 4th, I think it's February 4th, 2018. No, it's 19. So here. So you can see how my life has been transforming. Then after that, I, according to Auntie Buki, she says, I opened a foundation, and since then I've been helping. Like with the little I have, I'm gonna help you. I don't care. I mean, I really don't care how you feel. No, I care about how you feel. Sorry. So I don't really care if your family abandons you. Like that's most of the time that's the case. I give you from the little that I have, right? Then I went ahead to organize events. I speak with companies, Then I got married to a lovely man last 2023. I don't know where he is, but babe, are you here? I mean, everything just started happening. Everything started happening good for me because I decided that I would not be depressed. I would fight. I would make sure that everybody around me knows what exactly a stroke is. And no matter how old you are, a stroke can attack. You see me, I mean, I was bubbling. I was the life of the party. But you just saw me standing, and the next thing, I'm down. That's something. So I've decided to continue living the rest of my life because it's not easy. I almost died. That's the thing. So I have copies of I Almost Died free for you. Just pick it up and go home and read. Right? There's my story and 12 other survivors. The last story is about a lady that has what's it called? Kidney disease, like my mom, but my mom died. Let me tell you, she just messaged me some weeks ago and said she just did kidney yes, now it's working. Before then, she had 2 kidney operations or something, failed operations. Before then, now that was when did I release my book? 2019. Now it's now that she's telling me that this kidney is working, right? So there are a lot of stories, in that book. about stroke, about her, right? And my life has been easier. Not, I can't compare it to the first 3 or 4 years. I can't. So God has been faithful, and well, all I have to say is trust God, like me, and eat healthy. Because I was eating healthy, and always go for checkup. It's very important. If there's one thing that's worrying you, you'll find it. Doesn't matter if it's how much it will cost you money and everything, but as far as they find it and they expel it from your body, right? So that's it. And be patient. If you're a stroke survivor, be patient with yourself. I know that I'm not 100% with my body, but I can boast about being 96%. In fact, 100. Yes. So that's my life story actually. And I thank you. I'm really, really grateful for my friends and family that have seen me. You saw me down. Like most of you saw me like when I couldn't talk, I couldn't even remember my name. There was a time I couldn't, when I was talking, I was just saying gibberish. But you saw me, and you can see how I have transformed. My cousin, Jewe, she saw me, So I'm thankful to God and for those that met me on the way. That's my story. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you for inspiring many of us. Thank you for being a huge source of inspiration and helping the next generation to stay aware and understand what it means to, recognize a stroke. So please, let's all do better and, go for regular checkup and, watch ourselves, watch what we take in. There's only so much that we can do. By the end of the day, God is our sustainer. All right about now, I'd like to bring up a member of Cafe One.
So Cafe One is basically a digital banking hub for Sterling Bank where you can walk in, open a bank account, get your ATM card, whatever banking needs you need to do, Cafe One can get it solved for you. The only thing they don't do in Cafe One that they do in banks is basically deposit and withdraw because our policy is cashless. Yeah. So away from being a coffee shop and a co-working space, the beautiful part about a space like Cafe One, it's the first of its kind in Nigeria actually. You won't find it anywhere else where you have a bank that has a coffee shop and a co-working space.
To unveil and launch the book, Hey, I Spotted a Stroke, written by Enna Akwara. Ladies and gentlemen, joining me now on stage, let us make welcome the beautiful, the latest author, a second-time author, the beautiful Mrs. Emonena Akwara. Please put your hands together as she comes up stage. Please put your hands together for her. So she will be officially launching the book and she'll be having a first reading of the book.
Chapter 1. Tutu's quick thinking. Once upon a time, in a cozy... So I was thinking about, maybe I'll teach you how to sing the song, right? I just, Okay. Once upon a time, in a cozy little house at the end of Banana Island Estates, there lived a happy family of 3. There was Mr. and Mrs. Dada, and their little girl Tutu, who was 4 years old. Every day, they laughed, played, and shared special moments together. One sunny Saturday morning, Mommy was in the kitchen preparing a delicious lunch for Tutu. The air was filled with the sweet aroma of chicken gravy and carrots was being chopped. Tutu, with her bright eyes and curious spirit, was playing with her toys in the kitchen. Suddenly, something strange happened. Mommy's face started drooping, and when she tried to speak, no words came out. Then she started to fall. Yeah, it happened to me too. It happened to some of us here too. Yes. Tutu, being a smart little girl, remembered a poem her mom had taught her. Now, I don't really have a nice voice, but but you sing after me. Yes, so you teach your children, yeah, or niece. Do you know how to recognize a stroke? Fast is the word.
Fast is the word.
Fast is the word.
Fast is the word.
F means drip. F. Okay, let me start again. Do you know how to recognize a stroke?
Do you know how to recognize a stroke?
Fast is the word.
Fast is the word.
Fast is the word.
Fast is the word.
F means face is drooping.
F means face is drooping.
A means arm can be raised.
A means arm can be raised.
S means speech is either
S means speech is either
slurry
sorry
or can't talk at all.
or can't talk at all.
T means time to call for help.
T means time to call for help.
Do you know how
Do you know how
to recognize a stroke?
to recognize
Clap for me. So, David, is your turn. We're reading one chapter, and we'll be 4 reading it. So,
Without wasting any time, Tutu sprang into action. She rushed to her mom and gently asked, "Mommy, can you raise your arm?" Mrs. Dada was looking at her and she couldn't raise her right hand. Tutu knew something was wrong. Even though her dad was not at home, she knew exactly what to do. She grabbed her mom's phone and called her dad. Daddy, I think Mommy is having a stroke," she said with a concern in her voice. "She can't talk. Please, can you come home?" "Okay, princess. I'm going to call the hospital to send an ambulance," Mr. Dada said without showing signs of panic in his voice. Strong. "Okay, Daddy," she said. "Make sure you help them by opening the door and go with your mom to the hospital. I would meet you there," replied Mr. Dada. After hanging up, he quickly called the emergency unit of their family hospital for an ambulance. Then Mr. Dada hit the road. Daddy
is on his way, sweetheart.
he said to himself. Within minutes, the ambulance showed up to pick up Mrs. Dada and Tutu. Tutu stayed by her mom's side, holding her hands. The ambulance arrived in less than 20 minutes. Mr. Dada met them at the hospital, where the doctor and the nurse were ready to provide immediate care. I don't try now.
My mushy friend from secondary school. Yes.
Hannah.
Let me start. While Mrs. Dada was taken to the emergency ward, Mr. Dada thanked Tutu for her quick thinking and bravery. He hugged her very tightly and promised to be right by her side. Tutu felt proud that she had helped her mom. As the hours passed, Mommy received timely medical intervention. The doctors worked diligently and recommended 3 days of observation. The doctor emphasized the importance of Tutu's quick thinking, quick actions. Timely intervention is important. If Daddy didn't call early, it could have been worse. Mommy could have died, the doctor said, smiling at Tutu. The family spent those 3 days supporting Mommy, playing games and creating special drawings to decorate her hospital room. When Mommy was finally discharged, they were given instructions to take Mrs. Dada to the hospital 3 times a week for physiotherapy. The doctors explained what physiotherapy means to Tutu. Physiotherapy is a special kind of exercise and games that help people feel better when their body is hot and not working as well as it should. Like Mommy, who had a stroke, she needs a physiotherapist for her healing journey.
That's Dr. Shade. So yes,
We need you.
Hannah, you're next. Hannah also went to my secondary school where I've been friends since forever.
Alright, a physiotherapist is like a coach who tells the team what to do. Make sure to always encourage Mommy and play with her, okay? The doctor concluded. Yes, doctor, I will do what you have said, Tutu replied with a smiling face. They returned home with a grateful heart, knowing that Tutu's quick thinking had made a big difference in her mom's recovery. And from that day on, they always remembered the importance of being fast, F-A-S-T, in times of emergency. And also, they continue to live happily ever after on Banana Island Estate, filled with love and laughter. Thank you.
Thank you. That's chapter 1 of the book. So other stories are also interesting. So you need to buy, especially those with children. But if you don't have a kid, you like to, read the book because it's interesting. When my best friend read it and she said, Enna, this book is interesting. I finished reading it and it was like, So yes, this is chapter 1. And thank you so much for listening. Thank you. And I'm going to call Tolu to continue. Thank you. What the goal is to distribute 5,000 copies to children of underserved communities. Number 1, they can't afford it. Number 2, they don't get information like this, right, in their circle. I actually intend to write to local governments and talk to them for stroke awareness in their primary health center because it's important. That's the hospital that they go to. So now I'm trying to educate the children, right? Because when in underserved communities, we have a lot of stroke situations, a lot, and I want them to know what to do, right? Before talking to other children, other precious children, I want to talk to the children of underserved communities. So I implore you to donate. A book costs 10,000. It's not just 10,000. It's not just the money. When you buy one book, you are helping us to donate. To fulfill our goals. Let me tell you our goals. Number 1, we want to see
100 children of stroke survivors to school, scholarships for them. From 100, we have five children on our roll. We have two. Yes, we have some children, right? They have been taken from us by Goke Dele Foundation, right? And that's them. I'm like, oh my God, thank you so much. But we need to what's it called? Take care of the rest. They have come and helped us with some, right? From, we need to I'm sorry, I've forgotten what I wanted to say. We need to get children to schools, because when their father have a stroke, they are at home, sitting down, even crying. I know of a family, the father had a stroke. The mom, she thinks that she has 4 children, right? The firstborn just graduated from secondary school. She was getting depressed because there was no money to pay her school fees, to take her to university. And the mom quickly looked for a school. At least, let me put her in school. That school, she's owing, she's still owing, right? So when you buy one book, you are helping. Number 2, we want to support 100 stroke survivors. It can be rehabilitation, it can be empowerment, it can be care, because some stroke survivors, they can't do anything. They can't do anything, right? I can't even tell you how awful, because I'm here, I'm all dressed up, I make being beautiful my priority. This is why this is why you see me today all dressed up, right? So, but for others, they don't even have money to buy food. And they're stroke survivors. It's hard for them. So when you donate at least one book, you are helping us. Now, number 3, we're building a website, so a resource website. So when somebody has a stroke in your front and you don't know what to do, you can easily check the website and find hospitals around you, hospitals that treat stroke. Because according to my story, not every hospital, no matter how big the name is, not everybody treats a stroke, right? So when you are looking for a hospital that can treat stroke, you can find it on the website. When you are looking for a physiotherapy, like Dr. Shea, you can find him on the website, right? Then that's the main thing that we're doing. And God help us, by the end of this year, please call me. I would be able to tell you that, hey, I fulfilled my purpose. Oh, number 4, we want to reach out to 10,000 plus people about stroke awareness, companies, organizations. Thank you. We want to reach out to 10,000 plus people about stroke awareness, companies, organizations. Thank you.
Hi, we're at Enna's book launch. This is our second book launch and it has been so much fun. So please try and get the book, get your medical checkup, check it once every year, right? Yeah, so please donate so we can meet our target. Thank you.
It was really, really amazing. As you can see, the whole place is full. So this book is really, really interesting. You really have to go get yours.
I'm here at my girl Enna. This is her second book launch. I'm so excited to be here and I'm grateful to God for her. Please guys, this is an awareness that everyone should be a part of. So please donate, pick up a book for someone, for your loved ones, for any child around you. Donate. I can't say that enough, and support this incredible initiative.
Hi, we're here at Enna's book launch. Get the book, share with people around you, let them be aware of stroke and its implications in our society today.
We are here for the launch of the book by Enna Aquara titled I Spotted a Stroke. It's been an amazing time from the read and her sharing her story, how she has been dealing with stroke and to driving awareness for stroke. It's been an amazing time here, and I want to use this medium to encourage everyone to get the book and read it for yourself and also share with someone.
It's been a very nice time. Try and get the book.
I performed for the first time in a long while. It was interesting. I learned a couple of things about how to spot stroke.